Hi, hello, and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is SJ. I'm an adult doll and toy collector who just wants to talk about dolls and toys, and this channel is made for adult doll and toy collectors. And I realized that I never gave an updated doll room tour situation since switching rooms with my daughter, LA. So I figure everything is set up. There's a rug in here now. I have curtains up that I like. So why not give an updated tour? We'll just start with the door. It's the doll room that has my Bratz posters all over it, along with a wall that has peeling paint, because why not? Just adds to the aesthetic of the room. Moving away from the door, behind it, all of this stuff over this way is just a lot of storage. My wedding stuff is back there along with my wedding dress. I have bins over there full of stuff. It's mainly just rainbow high dolls because I'm not vibing with them anymore, so I pack them away. And then these are just backgrounds for like photos and stuff. This beautiful dirty storage thing is just extra accessories, extra pieces of furniture, some more dolls, extra stands, extra fabric, all that fun stuff. And then everything below it, there's like some fugglers and some stuffed animals, Monster High Horse. This is all just stuff that I still need to unbox. Then we move over to my bookcases, and we have my printer on the bottom shelf. This is all books. These two bookcases are just all books. And as you can see, my LPS live on the shelf. They have a whole little city like down here. We have a cafe situation going on, like a little cafe slash bakery. Yeah, just a little cafe slash bakery. What's really cool is this piece right here. I did get it from Walmart. I think it was like $12 or $8. But one side is a bakery and you can flip it around. And you can also use it as like a little market if you wanted to, but I don't use it for the market. I just use it for the bakery. And then my littlest pet shops are kind of like little borrowers in the house. So a lot of their seats are bottle caps. They have like this little pulley system over here that you can pull it up, and they've got a little basket attached to it. Yeah, they've got like a whole storyline, a whole little town. It's a lot. Up here on this shelf, we have more books along with more LPS. We have a little staircase going to the next shelf. Use your imagination. That's where it's headed. Then over here, my LPS have their own bookstore. I mean, they're living on my bookshelf. They have to have a bookstore, and the bookworm runs the bookstore. And up here on this shelf, we just have a little hangout spot, more books. The little medical center, yeah, a lot going on. Then up on the top shelf, more books, along with like a whole like little gardening, fresh fruit, produce type stand going on. Yeah, we got little Melody over there checking out her carrots. The whole garden thing is ran by the ladybug with her aunt daughters, Antabella and Antoinette. And the turtles over there just hanging out. The very top shelf of my bookcase has a lot of my Briar horses on there, along with some rainbow high dolls that I just didn't want to pack away. I still like them. Like, apparently Skylar has somehow in some way became one of my favorites, so I have a lot of her dolls out still. A lot of the twins, like the Devious twins, the Storm twins, and then Luna and Sunny are back there as well. Moving over to this bookcase, again, more books. I don't know if you can tell yet, I love to read. We just have a lot of random stuff on this bookshelf. Beanie Baby, a little Miniverse bird, some artwork from my mom. Over here on this bookshelf, this is like the school for my LPS, but school's not in session right now, so no one's there. So Miss Hootsalot is all alone in her classroom. This shelf, more books, along with a lot of the Make It Mini stuff. We have some potions and stuff like that. All of this white stuff right here was the flocking that you were supposed to put on the tree to make it look like snow, and it all fell off. And I've just left it sit there because I'm just mad that it all fell off. Down here on this shelf, again, we just have more books. We have the little disco thing for Littlest Pet Shops. If you were on the Briar side of TikTok, specifically Infinity Briars and her show, the late night show with Jedi and Loki, you will know who this iconic man is. I love him, so I have just like a little box of his shavings hanging out. But if you're not on the Briar side of TikTok and you know nothing about that, that probably means nothing to you. And then the very bottom shelf has my record player and my records, but my record player is broken at the moment. I don't know what's going on with it. It's just playing my music in like slow mode and there's no way to change it. So yeah, love that. And then we have Sasha's house down here. Her parents are chilling on the balcony. Yeah, and then behind that we just have some stuff that I use for all the scenes for my LPS. Over here on this bookshelf, we have my Furbies down at the bottom shelf. We have a little McDonald's Teeny Weeny Baby and some Disney Noemos. The next shelf, we have more of my LPS collection. The Unicorn Academy small scale dolls and the Unicorn Academy big dolls. They are all back there. You can't tell. This shelf, oh no, Skeleta. She fell. Okay, there we go. This is basically a lot of the Monster High like collector dolls and the Holiday dolls and the Vampire Hearts Dracula. We also have some older dolls back there like Perry and Pearl, Scara Screams, Honey Swamp, Boo York, Cleo and Deuce, and then Reproduction, Spectra, and Ghoulia. Up here we have the LPS house, but I have made it the welcome center. It's where you go when you're a new pet to the shelf and you are being welcomed to the shelf. It is also like a little store that I set up where you can buy apples and bottle cap seats. Yeah, it's ran by Elsa and Sheriff Walrus, and their adopted children are upstairs. Yeah, they have a monkey and 2 bear cubs as their adopted children. But yeah, it's a whole thing. I got a whole storyline in my head. I'm writing scripts for my LPS show. I'm trying to get them filmed and put out because, you know, I was afraid to do it, but I don't know why I'm so afraid to do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyways. Up here, we have all of the Monster High G3 pets. There are so many of them, and I don't like displaying them with my dolls. I don't know why, but I just don't. So I have them all up here on a shelf. And then here we have my bow truckle and a little lantern that I made. I didn't make the lantern, but I made like the whole scenery inside the lantern. And then up there we have a picture of my grandmother next to a cardinal. I think this is a Jellycat. This is a one and only Jellycat that I own, and it was a gift. But I have it sitting next to the picture of my grandmother because anytime that you see a cardinal, it usually means a loved one is visiting you from heaven. And then we have that bear from Toy Story. I forgot his name. And then we have a Beanie Baby Bat. And then here is the desk where all of the filming for my videos and stuff like that takes place. We have like some stuff on it and everything, along with my chair and some stuffed animals. Everything underneath the desk and inside the desk, it is a mess. It is just organized chaos. So it's fine. Then you have my little iconic wall with all of my pictures that I like, along with Dracula just hanging out upside down on a picture frame. And if you have been following this channel for a while, you know that I have haunted dolls. And my haunted dolls actually used to be over on the bookshelf over there, but we had an incident. My cats are usually in here. Luna and Lucifer are the two that are typically in this room with me. And Luna and Lucifer are just chaos. And Lucifer knocked one of my dolls over, and she broke. Not bad, but she still broke. You see, she's missing her foot. It's in her lap right now. But yeah, so just to protect my haunted dolls, I did move them up onto this top shelf. This top shelf used to be where all of my Monster High Skeletor and collector type dolls were, but now it's where my haunted dolls hang out. Don't worry, they're still here. I never got rid of them. I will never be getting rid of them. Yes, I still hear noises. My lights still flicker. All that kind of stuff. They are still here. They are still haunting me. Love them for it. Moving over here along this wall, we have Elphaba's broom with Tinkerbell sitting on it. This curio cabinet, I will open it up and give you guys a view of what's inside. But on top of it, we have all of my holiday Barbies along with some of my Disney dolls, Coraline doll, and another Tinkerbell. Before we move over to those bookcases, I will show you what's in front of the bookcase because it is a trunk that has stickers all over it. If you guys need doll storage ideas and you don't have a lot of money to spend, I highly suggest checking out the thrift store. I got this trunk at a thrift store. It is one of those old vintage trunks, and it was all of a penny. And I have some dolls in there, some other like crafting supplies and stuff like that. So in a room where I only have one room basically, and this hobby does take up a lot of space. You might not think it does, but it does. So space is kind of hard to come by. On top of that trunk, we have my Breyer stable. A majority of my Breyer horses used to live in this stable. But again, Luna and Lucifer like to come in here and lay inside the stable stalls. So I was tired of my Breyer horses being knocked over because if you don't know, those horses are pretty fragile. They can get scratched and dinged and stuff like that. So I kind of got sick of them falling over, which is why they ended up moving it to the top shelf. So, and now I have a stable and I don't know what to do with it. But you can see there is hay inside the stalls. We have some potion making magic going up in the top floor. We got some hay. We got a chicken. Yeah. And then right here you can see Windy, or Windsong is who used to live in this stall. And then over here was Breezy, or Winter Breeze, who used to live in this stall. Both those signs I got made by Infinity Breyers. If you are looking for good quality stuff for your Breyer horses, I highly suggest checking out Infinity Breyers. On the top of my stable, we have my Mosasaurus. This is the biggest dinosaur in my collection, and there's honestly no room for him on the shelves, so he hangs out on top of the stable. But one cool thing about him is he is made entirely out of recycled plastic that was pulled from the ocean. So good job, Mattel, for doing that. You recycled plastic. Love that. All right, I moved the trunk and stall out of the way so we can get over to the bookshelves over here. So on top of this bookshelf right here, we have what has somehow turned into the pink Barbie doll shelf. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But here are all of my Barbies that I am currently in love with at the moment, and they are all pink. And don't worry, Allison, my first ever haunted doll, is still here along with some roses because she likes roses. She's not going anywhere. She's still here. All of my Magic Mixies Pixlings are behind all of the Barbie dolls, along with my Eeyore that I've had since I was a baby. And on the second shelf, we have all of my Monster High Skeletor dolls, along with some of the Holiday dolls, a reproduction Frankie, and the Wednesday dolls. And then, of course, we still have Mr. Bones. We have Ghostface. We have Creature from the Black Lagoon, along with Megan. And on the third shelf, we have all of my Twilight books. Some more Fugglers. My Fright Fiends. And way, 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 way in the back is Cerise Hood, I think her name is, Hunter Huntsman from Ever After High, and a Star Wars doll, along with a Breyer horse. And here is the curio cabinet, along with artwork from my mom. artwork from my mom. Artwork from my mom and little me. And then more artwork from my mom. And a super old photo of my fiance. I think he was going to homecoming. But we'll go ahead and open this so you guys can see what's inside. Well, my avatar just fell. But top shelf has some action figures, just some little figures and dolls and stuff that I've gotten over the years, along with my Taco Bell dog. Second shelf, we have all of my Five Nights at Freddy's figures, and if you didn't notice, Bonnie is my favorite character, along with my Star Wars droids, some little other figures like this little squishy squish thing, Dustin, because he's freaking adorable, a Sonic figure, and then way in the back we have Rainbow Bright. And in this shelf right here, we have some more dolls. I'm trying to pick up my Avatar doll that fell and put her back. That Avatar doll I got made at Disney, and it is supposed to be made like me. They did me dirty with the eyebrows. It's fine. We have some older Monster High dolls in here, like Gil and Laguna, a newer Laguna, newer Cleo, a Bratzilla, some LOL OMGs, and some older Barbies are in there. We'll go ahead and close this one and move to the next shelf. And in here we have my LOL tweens, my one and only, I think it's called a Frightmare and Na 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 doll. At the, well, I was going to say the bottom, but it's next shelf. We have some LOL OMGs, two Draculaura dolls, and there are a bunch of action figures in here that have fallen over, and I just have not picked them up because they're actually really hard to get to stand. And behind there we have an older Skeleta and a Spectra doll. And on the very bottom shelf, this is where a lot of my older Monster High dolls are, besides this Abby and Twyla, but behind them it's just all older Monster High dolls that I don't want out on display really. And as much as I have tried to get rid of this glue seepage, it just keeps coming back and I don't know what to do. I know people say you can use Goo Gone, but I am so terrified to use Goo Gone. I just feel like it's going to ruin the dolls. So they're just here, in here, because I don't know what else to do with them. And moving over to the other wall, we have all of my like little pictures from movies that I like Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, A Secret World of Arietti, Spirited Away, and Kiki's Delivery Service. If you know what any of those movies are, you are awesome. If you have not seen them, I definitely suggest go checking them out. My Ghostface mask collection. Artwork from LA when she was in pre-K. She made a robot. Isn't he adorable? He's so cute. More artwork from my mom. More artwork from my mom. Artwork from a Monster High comic of Torlai and Claudine. And we have my pink Ouija board. And then on this top shelf, we have Mini Me, a Mini Me of my fiance, Mini Me of LA, my BB-8 that I made at Disney, my jellyfish tank. There's not really jellyfish in there. A Woody doll. You can't have a doll room without Woody. We have Glenda and Elphaba back there. We have Cinderella, Tiana, and Snow White. And then along the front, we have all of the Dream Besties minus Ken because I have not been able to get my hands on Ken. We have a Cleo doll over here that I rebodied on a made-to-move body. I had an extra of Boo York Cleo, and she's my favorite Cleo, so I just decided to rebody her. And then we have Penny Proud. Penny Proud, she's adorable. I love her. The Proud Family was one of my favorite cartoons when I was younger, and this unfortunately is like the doll from the remake of the show. So it's when she's like a little older, but still, I'm really happy that I was able to get a Penny Proud doll. And I love that she has a little piece on her hair sticking up like she does in the show. This second shelf is just full of all of the core release or the core refresh Monster High dolls. They are all back there, all the way to the back. They are there. Some of them are redressed, some of them aren't. Like Torlai right here is redressed, and then Caddy is, oops, sorry, Dracula. Caddy is redressed in a little sunflower dress with a pink jacket with some fringe. Yeah, so all of those Monster High dolls are here. I'm running out of room, but I would rather have like their core looks and stuff like that really mainly on display than all of the Ultimate Secrets and stuff like that. The third shelf just had some random little bits and pieces. We have this over here. I think that was a doll that my aunt brought me back from Jamaica. I'm not positive. Not positive, but I believe it's handmade. And there's, I think, like a story behind these dolls. I kind of don't remember the story. I feel terrible that I don't remember the story. But I love this little doll so much. Like, dolls like this, I think, are just so fun and unique. And they have so much more character and stuff like that than, you know, regular dolls. If you get what I'm saying. We have Gizmo back there, a baby Fuggler. Lola from Star Wars. Rex from Toy Story. And this Madame Alexander McDonald's toy Wicked Witch doll. I don't know what McDonald's been doing with their toys lately, but they need to bring toys like that back. And then a Funko Pop Furby. We have Cleo's case over there. Don't remember what's in that case. Couldn't tell you. This bottom shelf is just a mixture of doll heads, doll bodies, a broken Briar horse, and LA's RC car. Next to that shelf, we have my one and only big American Girl doll. I found her at Goodwill. I think she was like $8 or $10. She came with the pants, but she did not come with the shoes or the shirt. But if you recognize this doll, I actually forgot her name. Really, really terrible of me. But she was the best friend of the doll. I think the doll's name was Julie. She was like the 1960 or 1970 doll that came out. But yeah, if you recognize those green pants, this adorable little bob, and these gold earrings, then you will know who she is. And I thought she was just your basic run-of-the-mill, nothing important. Oh, hello, Lucifer. Hi, Lucy. What you do? What you doing? Okay, I thought it was just your very typical, basic, run-of-the-mill American Girl doll, but apparently it's not. Apparently she is like a hard-to-find American Girl doll, so that was a pretty cool find from Goodwill. Over here, we have all of my dinosaurs. We've got my bigger dinosaurs on the top, smaller ones in the front, except for this one. While these are all by Mattel and Hasbro / Kenner, and they're Jurassic Park / Jurassic World, this little cutie over here is not. She is from the Mattel Cave Club line that came out and then just promptly disappeared from store shelves. And then on the second shelf, we have all of my like medium-sized dinos, 2 little small ones in the front. And then down here, we have all of my Monster Ball, Monster High dolls. And then in the front, we have more dinos. So my Stegosaurus, my vintage T-Rex, you know what? A flying dinosaur. I forgot the name. And then this cutie right here, who is a puppet, like you place it on your hand, and then there's like mechanisms inside that you push and pull and all of that, and it makes the eyes move and open, the mouth open, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And then the very bottom shelf is, again, just a mixture of a bunch of stuff. We have a Rainbow High doll that is still in box. I think it's Priscilla. And I found it on clearance at Target for like $8. And I got it. And I just haven't opened it. Moving over, we just have a stack of stuff. We have a thing of Rainbow High clothes. We have Lucifer again. We have a thing of Monster High clothes. And underneath that, just more accessories. Another stable. And a little thing of stuffed animals. And of course, More artwork from LA. All of her abstract artwork. I am a proud mother. I display her artwork. What can I say? And moving away from that bookshelf and the closet that I will not be showing, we have the Rainbow High Dorm House with all of my dolls in it that I basically do photography and stuff with, or dolls that LA plays with. So when she comes in here, she plays with all of these dolls inside the dorm house, or if kids come over, they also can play with these dolls in the dorm house. They know that these are basically the toys or dolls that they can play with in this room. I mean, they can play with the dinosaurs too if they want to, but they know that these are the dolls that they can touch and play with and stuff like that. So down here, they're just chilling. They're just hanging out, doing whatever. Up here, we have LA's old mini-me's over here. The Bratz girls and boy, Decor doll. Up here, we have some more Made to Move Barbies, Carmen Sandiego, Red and Chloe from the Disney Descendants movie that just came out. We have her over here from the Disney movie Zombies. Glenda and Alphaba are back there. My old mini-me. And then over here, we have my sewing kit, Vampire Heart Dracula box, a wedding dress that I had, but doesn't fit me, so it's just in a bag. And then all of my Miraculous Ladybug dolls are over here hanging out. And there's a peeled paint again, which means we are back to the front of the doll room. And that was my updated little doll room tour. While everything is not aesthetically pleasing, not all of my dolls are out on the shelf. This is how I like it. With my old doll room, where I had every single doll on display, I actually started to get very overwhelmed. And when I would go in there, I was just like, oh my God, it's so cluttered. There's just like too much. I cannot handle it. Some might say that even this is too cluttered, like too many pictures on the wall, too much stuff on the bookshelf. They might say that is too cluttered, but to me, it is just perfect. It is like the right balance for me and my anxiety and my brain to handle. I do have some dolls packed away. If I am not vibing with a doll, I will take it. If I know I cannot get rid of it, I will take it and I will pack it away, and then, you know, I rotate them out. However, my Rainbow High dolls have stayed packed away since almost a year, because I look at them and I'm sad. I'm sad because it's like Rainbow High is what got me back into collecting, and they have just taken such a downward spiral that it's like, wow, what is going on? But yeah, that is my updated doll room. Everything is where I like it. Everything is how I like it. This is my happy place. This is where I go to film content for you, to read, to film my LPS series, to share stuff that I love with other people who have the same passion and love. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What do you think of the new room? Do you have a doll room? How is storage in your doll room? Storage for me? Storage containers. Storage containers. It's nothing aesthetically pleasing. It's just storage containers and an old vintage trunk. I don't even have a closet. The closet is full of all of G's stuff. But let me know what you guys think, all that kind of stuff, and I hope to see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.